Certain phrases have been used since the beginning of time. Some of these phrases are the worst of the worst and will make your blood boil by their very mention. Remove these from your vocabulary and maybe people will actually start liking you. Period is what girls with long eyelashes and a body mass index higher than 25 say when they eat their third bag of hot Cheetos for the day. These kinds of people also flatten their hair with super gel and smell like they have something dying inside of their mouth and armpits. Just stop saying this. It's not funny or cool. Money can't buy happiness. The term money can't buy happiness is absolute bullshit. It absolutely fucking can. Money buys security and access to healthcare and nutritional foods. Money also buys comfort and warmth. Although it's true that money is the source of all evil, I think there's an argument that it's the source of happiness as well. Sure, there's other things that could make you happy, like love. But you ain't gonna be getting no love if you're broke as a joke. The original purpose of the phrase was to remind people not to get caught up in material wealth. But in reality, it's just a way for rich people to make poor people feel bad about asking for fair wages. Sigma or alpha male. Ever since the whole Andrew Tate craze and the rise of masculinity, the terms sigma and alpha male have been used excessively, so much so that the term has been memified. If you use the terms alpha or sigma, chances are that in actuality you are a beta male. Using these terms do not make you cool or alpha. Hey, someone had to say it, right? The term, but people are not ready for that conversation. People will actively talk about their plans for a new My Little Pony nut jar, but people like that swear that homeless people shouldn't be homeless is not a conversation people are ready for. Whenever someone says, but people are not ready for that conversation, chances are that the internet is already having said conversation. You need to work on that. When someone says you need to work on that, what they really mean is they hate you. They want to be sarcastic and not tell you they hate what you're doing, but don't have the balls to tell you in person, which is against the ultimate bro code. Run away from these types of people, as they have no friends and nobody likes them. Educate yourself. Saying educate yourself has a real superiority complex and is usually spouted by people shouting about opinions that they claim to be facts. Saying educate yourself is like saying not only is the other person you are talking to is dumb, but they also don't know how to do basic research. This usually is the go-to argument for people who are explaining politics or how they are atheist. Can you hop on a call? Whenever someone says, can you hop on a call, what they really mean is, can I waste as much of your time as possible destroying your ears with my crappy mic and camera? Most of my viewers are not in a high-income bracket, so I expect this to make sense to you peasants. Riz. Saying Riz in a conversation is like giving everyone a reason to brutally make fun of you. Most of my students struggle enough with IQ. Adding useless words like Riz to your vocabulary will actually decrease your Riz. If you're on the slower side, then you have a pass. If not, use the full word, charisma. May I please borrow a piece of gum? When someone says, may I please borrow a piece of gum, what they really mean is, can I have gum? By the time you open the pack, people hear it, and then 10 others ask to borrow a piece of gum, and suddenly you have no gum left. Do better. People who use this phrase are the most unfun and narcissistic people out there. Saying, do better, automatically makes you wrong in whatever it is you're trying to tell someone, and you automatically become instantly unlikable. Do better, and stop saying dumb shit like this. I started texting a lady who had a lot of mutual friends. Over a few days, we lightly flirted, but it was vastly just getting to know each other. Then, one day, she said her kids were gone, and she made a big dinner and said I should come over for the night. I was out of town for a 2-hour drive north, and we hadn't met in person yet, so I'm not good with staying over, even leery about dinner at her place. I say, I'm out of town, so it wouldn't work. She jokes about coming late anyway, and me keeping her up all night. So I call it. I explain it's too fast for me. Not to mention, I'm already out of town and won't drop everything to accommodate last-second plans unless it's an emergency. I'll rain check for dinner later in the week at a restaurant. She starts saying I led her on. I misread her text to make her sound slutty and ends her text with, "Do better." I replied, "Have it your way," and blocked her on everything. Yes, I heard from mutual friends. Told them my side. They said she was pissed and described things about me that they said didn't sound like me at all. Do better, indeed. In conclusion, if you hear any of these phrases, you need to instantly get hostile and defensive because all of these piss us off. If I hear a single one of you use any of these, I will personally swoop down and bitch slap you into oblivion. Make sure to comment on your least favorite phrase and if any of these are especially bad. As always, bye losers!